It's raining. It's raining.
Hi, and welcome to Gogo Diaries Story Time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the story.
Outwits sneaky hair. And in Shona, the story says, Gona, Anna, Gona, Wake was the book is written in both English and Shona. So I'm going to read it to you in English. Then when I am gone, you can ask your mom to help you read it in Shona. Is that okay? Yes. Right. Here is the story. A long time ago, when donkeys had horns there, and rivers flowed up the stream, there was a huge drought in the land of King Leopard. There was hardly any water for the animals to drink. Can you see? The lion is sweating. It wants some water, there's no water, and the zebra is going, I need water. All the tongues are sticking out because they have no water. So King Leopard assembled all the animals of the jungle. The meeting was to find a solution to the water problem. They agreed to dig a pond deep enough to get the water, and every animal was expected to help in digging the pond. So you see the big meeting? Can you see the big meeting? Now, every animal was busy preparing for this big project. They all brought tools to use for digging the pond. Hoes, picks, shovels, wheelbarrows, and some animals brought big clay pots to cook food in to make sure that everyone who was digging the pond was fed. Can you see? What fruits are you seeing there?
I'm seeing a mango.
Yeah, a nice juicy mango. I would really love to have been there to eat juicy mangoes.
We have mangoes here.
I know you have got mangoes here. That's why I'm thinking, I wish I could just have one juicy mango. Now, the day to start the project soon arrived. The animals took turns to dig and clear the earth. The ground was so painful because it was dry. It was difficult to dig. When it was Hare's turn to dig, he found the digging very, very painful. Can you see Hare there? He's looking sad. Look at his ears. They're even flopping, and he's thinking, I'm not going to do this. I can't do this. Hare soon gave up. All the animals dropped their tools angrily. His uncle Baboon tried to persuade him to keep trying, but Hare would not listen. He shook his head. He said, No, Uncle Baboon, no, I cannot do it. So he started to walk away. Now, before Hare left, King Leopard stood up and said, Silence everyone. Because the other animals were throwing their tools down and they were shouting at Hare and saying, But how can you do this? So he said, Stop! And all the animals and people sat down quietly with all their eyes on King Leopard. King Leopard informed everyone that the work would continue until the water was found. But only those who had worked on this project would benefit from the water. If you didn't dig, you wouldn't have the water. So they said, that's okay. They were happy with that, so they went back to work. The digging was difficult, but they continued with the work. Can you see them? Can you see lion there? Digging. Digging. And goats there. Digging. It was tough, but they continued to dig. When they reached the water level, there was great celebration. You can see. What is the elephant doing? He's dancing in the water and blowing with his trunk. He's blowing water all over, and King Leopard is laughing away because he can see that everyone is happy. And remember the hare. So the animals agreed to take turns to guard the pond so that Hare would not drink the water. Each day, Hare would wait for until all the animals were gone. He would then approach the one animal that would be guarding the pond with some favorite food or even some honey, and he would say, you know what, if I tie you, if you allow me to tie you, you can have my honey or you can have this food. And somehow the animal would always agree to be tied. He was so smart. You can see here which animal has been tied. The lion. He's tied the lion. And the moment he tied the animal, Hare would go and drink the water, and sometimes he would just take a bath and he would run away laughing, leaving the animal there. Now, this took place every single day. So the animals asked King Leopard to call another meeting. They did not know how to deal with Hare. He always outsmarted them. So they were thinking, now how do we trap him? How do we do it? And as they were thinking and scratching, Bullfrog, who was sitting on a lily pad, said, I will guard the pond. The animals looked at Bullfrog and they said, what? You are so small. Bullfrog said, let me guard the pond. So they thought, if that's what he wants to do, let us allow him to guard the pond. So the following day, all the animals left for their daily duties. Hare soon arrived and looked around for a guard. He shouted, is anyone here? There was silence. Anyone here? Silence. He called out again the third time. Again, there was silence. Do you think there was nobody at the pond? Who was at the pond? Where was he? If he was on the leafy pad, Hare would have seen him. Yeah, you're quite right. He was hiding in the water. So, when Hare thought that there was no one there, he reached out for the water and he drank it. Oh, it was so refreshing. So he said to himself, let me now do it with both hands. So with both hands, he reached out for the water so that he could drink more of it. And as he did this, he felt a grip on his hand, on both hands. He screamed and fell into the water. Bullfrog held on to him. Hare tried to beg Bullfrog to let him go, but Bullfrog tightened his grip like this, very tight. Hare could not get away. Bullfrog kept on like this, and Hare was saying, please, please, Bullfrog. Say, please, please, Bullfrog.
Please, please, Bullfrog.
And Bullfrog would not say anything, just go. Ha! So the animals started coming back for their drink of water for the day. They had Hare begging Bullfrog to let him go, but he did not respond. Instead, he held Hare's hands even tighter. Shoo! It was tough. Hare was given heavy punishment by King Leopard, and after that, King Leopard allowed him to drink water from the pond. He was a kind king, wasn't he? He was very kind. Now the animals, they asked each other, how did Bullfrog do it? Can you see the animals confused, looking at Bullfrog? And Bullfrog, how does he look? Like smiling. He was very proud at that moment. So King Leopard said, no one is too clever for everyone. There is always someone who knows you too well to be able to deal with you. There is always someone. There is always someone. And in Shona, King Leopard said, Gona, ana gona wake. It means you cannot be too clever for everybody. Okay? Do you like the story? Do you like the book? Can I give you the book? This is your book. We need a photo with the book. Let's show the camera the book. Yes. Are you smiling? Are you hiding your face?
I just want to see how the red.
That's the back page. Look at the front page. Do you like it? Yeah. So I'm going to write you a little note so that as you read it in my absence, you are going to enjoy it, eh?
Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.